Welcome back, dear students. In the last class, we had studied about the lesson family. In this chapter, we had studied about the meaning of the family, characteristics of the family. Dear students, today let us learn about the types of family and the characteristics of the joint family. First, let us learn about the types of family. Dear students, there are many specific traditions in families based on their geographical positions and communities. The sociologists and the anthropologists have defined the types of family on the basis of structure of the family. As it already mentioned, the family is recognized on the basis of the generation. For the children who are born into a family of husband and wife, that family becomes the center of their existence. A family that has more generations living together is called as a joint family. So there are three types of families with the following nature. The first nature is family based on kinship. Second one is the family based on the residence of the spouse, matrilocal residence and patrilocal residence. So on the basis of nature of authority, family is classified as matriarchal and patriarchal family. So on the basis of ancestry or descent, family is also classified as matrilineal and patrilineal family. Now, what is this a matriarchal family? Let us learn what is a matriarchal family and a patriarchal family. First, let us take the matriarchal family. So in matriarchal family, the right of the property and successorship belongs to the woman. Matriarchal means motherhood. So the rights of the property and the successor, who will be the head of the family, that is succeeded by the woman, not the male. The rights of the property passes on from the mother to daughter. Matriarchy is practiced among some communities in the coastal areas of Karnataka. So it is found among the Nayars of Kerala and among some tribes of northeast. In nutshell, matriarchy means mother-centered family system. So rights of the property belongs to the woman and the hereditary rights pass on to the daughter from the mother. So this is called as a matriarchal family. So matriarchal family is nothing but a mother-centered family system. The second one is a patriarchal family. What is patriarchal family? So in patriarchal family, father is the head of the family. So in the matriarchal family, mother is the head of the family, but here the patriarchal family, father is the head of the family. The property and other rights are centered around men, not for women. So in patriarchal family, married woman has to live in the residence of their husband. So in this family system, the eldest son has a prominent role in religious ceremony and other ceremonies in the family. The patriarchal families were present in the ancient societies of Greece, Rome, India and China and so on. So they are present now also. Now the third thing, let us see about a nuclear family and a joint family. What is a nuclear family? So this nuclear family is based on the structure and the generations live together. So families are divided as a nuclear family and a joint family. And extended family, these are the three types: nuclear family, joint family, and extended family. The family that consists of father, mother, and their unmarried children. Father, mother, and their unmarried children as a member is called as a nuclear family. Father, mother, and unmarried children, we call it as a nuclear family. The nuclear families have increased in modern society because of the individuality, focuses on individual achievements, concept of individual happiness, change in value systems with regard to rights of property, progress in the areas of science and technology, rapid urbanization, democratic values, and concept of equality, and many other things have contributed to the rise of nuclear families. So the followings are the salient features of nuclear family. What are they? First one is small in size. So the nuclear families are very small in size, and they are very simple in social control and more freedom to the members. And the fourth one is favors modern technology, and the fifth one is complexity. So these are the salient features of this modern nuclear family. The next one is joint family. Let us see in the joint family what are the divisions are there and what are the characteristics we can find in the joint family. So it normally consists of grandfather, grandmother, their children and their grandchildren, and great grandchildren, and in some situation the members belong to extended 2 generations too. So they all share food prepared in the same kitchen. The whole family has the same kind of religious ceremony. It generally consists a group of blood relatives. So these are the some of the features that we can find in the joint family. Now dear students, let us learn about the characteristics of a joint family. What are the characteristics that we can find in the joint family? The first one is the joint family is large in size. So members are more in the joint family because it consists of people of 2 or more generations. That is the reason we find these joint families are large in size, and so it is called as a joint family. The second one is coordination and cooperation. So the members of the joint family cooperate in all activities of the day-to-day life. They help each other. So though the eldest member supervises the family as a head, he takes some decisions by discussing with other members of the family. We can see the participants of all the members in all ceremonies and activities. So the division of work is based on the age, sex, and a difficulty level of the hard work. So according to their capacity, the work is divided according to the members. This is the second characteristics of a joint family. The third one is residence and kitchen. The members of the joint family normally reside together under the same roof, only one house. Same roof. Roof means here the house. So though the members reside separately for various reasons, maybe for profession, work, education, they may be depart from one place to another place, but they are all, when they come together, they live under the same roof. So they continue to associate with the main family in various religious rituals, festivals, and practices. So members eat the food prepared in the same kitchen. So that is why the residence and the kitchens are very important characteristics in the joint family. The fourth one is religion. So members of the joint family believe in the same religion and practice. They are not divided. All the family members, they are belong to the same religion. Their worship and religious belief are common in nature. They are not separate, they are common. The fifth one is a self-sufficient unit. So joint family is a self-sufficient unit. It satisfies all the needs of the family members. So though many members are there in the joint family, but the joint family supports and provides whatever necessary for each member of the family member. The sixth one is a structure of authority. What is the structure of authority and who is the head of the authority, and all these things we will study. The senior members of the joint family are entrusted with authority and responsibility. The senior most member in the family is the head of the family. So the handing over authority is based on the seniority in the family. So after the father, then the eldest son comes for the authority. So that is why the seniority is very important in the family, joint family system. So dear students, these are the some of the information about the family for the 9th standard. So in this chapter we have learned about the meaning of the family, the characteristics of the family, and we have 6 characteristics of the family, and the types of family. We also have studied on what basis that we are dividing the family, and there are 3 basis on which we are going to divide the family, and we also saw about the matriarchal family and the patriarchal family, and last we saw the nuclear family and the joint family. We also studied about the nuclear family, the characteristics or salient features of the nuclear family, and the joint family, the characteristics of a joint family. So let us continue the other lessons in the next class, and thank you dear students.